Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through my AFL Fantasy team reveal for round 8, going through the trades that I'm about to make and some of my thoughts on the next couple of weeks. And I will go through a couple of trades for scenarios and see how it goes. And that depends on how Sweet goes. But yeah, I think he's the obvious in this week because as a ruckman, given his VFL history and what we've seen in the 2 AFL games that he's had to date, I think that him even as a ruckman, as a ruckman, that if he was going back to his Western Bulldogs days, he should average like 77 as well. So that's probably good enough for the bench, but probably not good enough for on-field. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes something like an 80-100 split in terms of Super AFL Fantasy and Supercoach. So he gets the 100 in Supercoach, but like an 80 in Fantasy. I wouldn't be surprised if that occurs, as he's done that I believe he's done that in the past as well, just given his hit-outs to advantage. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does go large in Supercoach, but not so much in Fantasy. But anyway, before we get into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So as you can see here, team values just hit over the 20 million, and if I go to rankings, you will see how far behind I am. Yep, as you can see here, DT, Lemon, and all the other ones that are up there are around about 1 million ahead of me. So just shows how bad my team's trading was initially, and shows you how badly you need to go for big job security rookies. That is the biggest thing that I will say that I've learnt this year, is going for big job security rookies, and also not to just trade out to those mid prices after one good game, because they can fail just as hard. E.g. Billings. I think the Bonner case was a different case, as he had the better role. Billings was just a big score, and it wasn't really a role thing. But yeah, I think Bonner was certainly the one that the mid price that I was happiest to jump on. But anyway, jumping into this side, you can see here. I don't think anything changes in terms of anything down here with the Whitfield Sheasel. Every week they say, oh, his role could potentially change, but we haven't seen it yet, so I'm pretty happy with the way he's going at the moment. Lockie Whitfield as well, and a 931k. He's going really well at the moment, a 109 average, and I think we've seen that he's averaged, what is it now? Take 137 out. So in 6 games for us, 6 games for us, he's averaged over 100, which is now well above his average in terms of what he was priced at. Given he was priced at around 94, he's now averaging, I believe it's 626 with us through 6 games, which is around about that 104.5. Just shy of that. So yeah, and then you add in the potential that I think he was covered by about a 60 in his buy, so he only really lost effectively about 70 points. So he, in reality, through 7 games or so, through 6 games, he's going, so he's going, I think, roughly 686 at the moment to 690 he's going at. So 686 divided by 7 is 98. So he's still actually trending above his average, even with the 60 score that was covering his score. Hayden Young doing his job here, averaging 99.6. Yeah, he's just doing his job, simple as that. Elliot Yeo starting to dip now. Very, very annoying that he's starting to dip, but he's just been so good so far. A 93 average. He just needs to get another big score, which he can do. I think he can pop another big score, but I think he's just so contested based, like Nat 5. That he doesn't really go large. When he goes large, it's sort of these sort of 100 scores, and he's probably going to be a luxury upgrade in the end, given that I've fallen so far behind. But yeah, still really happy with picking him in the end, and just need him to keep on going. Riley Bonner sort of in the same boat almost, an 89.6 average. Yes, we picked him up after the 102, so he's effectively averaging. Through 6 games for us, he's averaging 525 divided by 6. 525 divided by 6 is 87.5. So he's still averaging 87.5 for us. North Melbourne this week, he could go absolutely large, so gonna hold him. He's probably going to be a luxury upgrade at this point now, as well as he's probably only about 5 or 6 points behind the defenders. And then you have Howes and Closey here at the moment. And yeah, I don't know who plays first. Does Howes or Closey play first? Oh yeah, Howes plays first. So yeah, we'll do that looping pattern again. And yeah, I just need to. You will see with Zach Reed that I have the ability to loop in there. And if it goes wrong, then with Howes, I just need to do a quick swap. And I think line for that will be probably an 80 or a 75, somewhere around that for Howes, as I think he can do it. He went 80 last week, so if he goes 80 again, I'll happily take. Steele, Butters, Martin, Nick Dacos, sort of the same thing here with all of these guys. I mean, a lot of them, both the Nick Martin and Nick Dacos have the defender status, so they will round out my top 6 defenders. I'm just using them in the midfield at the moment to get that Blake Howes loop. As well as if I ran one more in the defensive line here, it would really put a dampener on the I guess the forward, the midfield, which it's so depleted. But yeah, these guys just doing their thing. Roberts, Graham, and then Clark here. If I want to take Wilson's score, and if I want to, and this is all dependent on team news that hasn't come out yet as of Thursday morning. So yeah, that could. I hope Clark does play. If Clark I hope Clark doesn't play, because if he does play, then I'll have to play Darcy Wilson on field, which I'm still fine about doing. But yeah, it just sucks that at the moment that I've got so many dead guys on my bench, which is sort of holding me back, and something that I vowed to not do when I'm exactly doing the same thing that I always do, is have these dead rookies with little job security. I bring them in, and then their job security all happens to fail on the same week as usually a mid-price or a primo. So that's what's happening. As you can see here, Gorn is still there. He's VC, I believe, this week against Geelong. That should be a really good week to VC, given that they are probably going to go with... if they go with the double ruck, he'll dominate them. But if you go with the single ruck, he'll dominate as well. And I think if they do bring in Conway back in again, he'll dominate there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the matchup there. Rowan Marshall, it all depends on Jordan Sweet, effectively. If Jordan Sweet goes large and goes like a 100, 110 in fantasy, then I will happily trade out Rowan Marshall, and you'll see the forward that I'll get in instead. And as you can see here, that I'm actually trading out the likes of a Jeremy Sharp at the moment, and that is because it funds the upgrade. But if I do end up trading Rowan Marshall, I will be flicking around some trades, and that'll effectively get me the likes of Flanders, and it will basically mean that Dempsey goes instead of Sharp. So that's basically the plan with that. I just cannot at the moment get Dempsey out and get the upgrade that I want in the position I want. So that's why Dempsey is staying at the moment. So yeah, you can see Marshall here, Sweet on the bench. We'll see what Sweet's score is. If it's good enough, then we'll put, where is he, Harry Barnett in, trade out Marshall, and then Dylan Moore will go up to Flanders, and Ollie Dempsey hopefully will go to a Jeremy Sharp. And then basically what's going to happen is Darcy Wilson will do F6 and Jeremy Sharp will do M8. And that'll be the way that I run at the moment. And then next week's upgrade is probably going to be, I would suggest, maybe a Closey and Howes up to a D6 guy. I think that, or a defender. And then I'd have sort of these 4 more rookies on field, as well as, I guess, Sweet as well. But then I just have to keep on gaining cash to get up some more. Or so yeah. There's plenty of plans that I also would have like 180 in the bank, and I'll show you once I get through all this, the other trade plan and how that works out. So yeah, Heaney doing well. LJ, he's really struggling at the moment and dropping some cash quickly. 83 average, I think he's still above his average that he started the year at. So still, it's not worked out. And yeah, it's really struggling at the moment, and I'm just sort of leaking cash with him at the moment each round. 122 break even against Richmond. Hopefully he can go large, put out a big score, and stay almost as a top 6 forward. Tom Powell, hopefully he gets his role back, as he honestly deserves it, as he's now at F2 now, given the squad here that we have. I just hope that he gets his role back, as Phillips looked terrific in there, and Tom Powell, when he's in there, averages 25 touches. Oh, sorry, not 25 touches, but around that 20 to 25 touches, I would say, as you can see this role here. And up forward, he just looks like a mediocre player. And Phillips is averaging nothing in that midfield role that they gave to him from Tom Powell. So I'd just much rather Tom Powell in there for the sake of North Melbourne, to be honest with you. Just give up on Will Phillips. He's not going to be the player that you want from him. He's not even averaging good enough in the VFL, to be honest. 24 touches in the VFL is like 16 touches in the AFL for most players. Like we have, I know the Swans have Angus Sheldrick down there, and he's averaging currently roughly 26, 27 touches a game. And he's not even getting a game for the Swans. And he would come in and only average like 18 touches, something like that. 20 touches in the AFL if he was given the same role as Phillips. So you just give Tom Powell, the guy who's showing at AFL level that he can do it. Jackson, McRae, yep, these guys. Dylan Moore, he's starting to get that midfield role, not completely back, but portions of it back. And you can just see his scoring is starting to go up. I really like this as well, that he scored 114 off 1 goal 1. And yeah, the non-disposal work is something that I was really looking at, and I really tried to look at his positioning. And if I go to DFS and show you, I love this website, if I haven't said already, and you'll just see his positioning. I don't think actually was that bad for Dylan Moore. And you've got to remember that a lot of Moore's points came because they actually had more of the ball in their inside 50. It was 47 to 37 inside 50s before the Swans had 13 consecutive inside 50s to end the game. So if you look at that, you probably think, oh, it's just a forward, whatever. But you look at these up here on the wing as well, and I believe he also had, if we go back here, he had 15%, he's had 27, he's had 32, and you look back here when he has 22 here, none there, but you look back at his form here, 29, 30, like he was getting obviously midfield time here, but he had a portion here where he went off. And I reckon they could use him back in the midfield. They could get rid of like a Connor Nash in that midfield and get more of a Dylan Moore or a Connor McDonald into that midfield and really get some speed into the midfield, because I think the Hawthorn midfield's just too slow at the moment. So yeah, getting a Dylan Moore I think actually would work better for them. And I just think that his role, it says here that it's actually more deeper forward given that, which doesn't actually help. But I just think that he's starting to get the more midfield time, and hopefully they can put him more in the guts again, and that's why I have him. But I'm prepared for him to fail, and that's why I have that potential Rowan Marshall one, which we'll go through in a second. Ollie Dempsey, I really want to get rid of him at this point in time, but I can't at the moment. And Sean Manor still stuck on my bench. Hugo Garcia and Harry Barnett. So I have like 4 guys that aren't even playing at the moment, making cash. You know, it's just my cash gen just is the bane of this year, basically. So yeah, that's something that we'll learn from. And then I'll quickly just go through the Royal Marshall. These are the trades that I have at the moment. Seth Campbell out, and Jeremy Sharp out for Dylan Moore and Jordan Sweet. And then if we go here and I want to trade out here, and then I want to go, let me just do this quickly, trade you out there. That should, sorry, not trade you out. Let me actually just do this quickly. Can I do it this way? Trade you out. That's not going to work, is it? Okay. 1 second. I can do it this way, actually. I can just do this, that, and then go this, and then put Romo here. That. And then different positions than an original trade. Okay. But he's in the utility, so let me do this. Let me run this, and I will go. Let me just think about this. So if I go Seth Campbell, and then I go, you know how I think I can do this, actually? You know how I think I can do this, and I want to just check how this works, this trade function, I guess, works, so that if it actually does need to be done, I can actually do it. I will not need that trade. Okay, 1 second. So what I need to do here is effectively put Dylan Moore in here to then reverse that trade. No, Dylan Moore, for example, made captain, due position, damn it. So I need to edit this trade. Oh man, this is annoying. I need to edit the trade here, and this is just the annoyance of the whole function, I guess, in itself, and I just wanted to basically do this almost so that I know that I can actually do this. So let's actually just go through here and figure out why I cannot just do edit trade here, edit Seth Campbell to another potential mid forward, maybe a Darcy Wilson or something. Okay, let me see. Trying to figure out this, but anyway, I'll figure that out off camera, and then I'll get back. Then I will sort of tell you guys, I guess, if I can actually get it to work, because I do want to be able to trade Royal Marshall, but obviously the fantasy system sucks, so obviously can't show it. The trade function sucks in fantasy, but I will just hopefully make it work, and then give you an update on Twitter or something like that if it doesn't work, and yeah, go from there. But anyway, that is the video, I guess. And I'll see you guys in the Supercoach one, as well as the tips for round 9. Are we up to round 8? Round 8, sorry. So I'll give you those tips and get that video out to you guys. So I'll see you guys in that video. Bye, guys.